Hey, what's everyone? Not just your average Joe here. So, I kind of wanted to explain the thought process behind what I've seen with clears and what I also kind of came out on my own. It's a little bit mix of both. So, in order to clear Eirika's Abyssal map, you kind of have to take advantage of the fact that reinforcements are unit based as opposed to legendary Lin, where I think it's I'm pretty sure it's turn based, the reinforcements. So you abuse this by basically stalling out all the opponent's HP until it reaches one, and then that's kind of how you do it. So like strategizing this was kind of it was relatively straightforward to strategize. When you look at this might also help you. Like when you look at the map, like you press the danger area, you see that the red cavalier, the dagger, and the lance fighter kind of have the same range. Sorry, the dagger unit and the lance unit have the same range, and the red cavalier is kind of just like gonna hit you if you try to attack the lance with the ranged unit. So the walls really impede your movement. So it doesn't really matter if you're using like flyer or armor. Like flyer, for example, is pretty useful in legendary Lin's map, but it's not necessarily that important here. I guess you could use Cavalier, but it's actually a blessing that you are one-shotting every unit in range. So the thought process here was just to use gravity because you needed to abuse the AI and what they would do. So I have armored march, and like whole armor doesn't really matter. Worry fighter, I guess, is not too much. Like it doesn't really matter either. I just have it. So you don't need those two. You don't need those two skills. Like you can beat this without it. You need the triangle at depth 3 though. You really need it. You don't even need the slaying lance. The slaying lance doesn't really matter. Like your Ignis is gonna be at one point. That the Ignis is important, and the swap. I actually, no, I guess not really. So the thought process here, you need to have the boost on Ike's attack, otherwise he won't kill the thief after the savage blow effect. So he does exactly 60, and then the 14 from the savage blows brings the thief to 60. So it's almost perfect. So I'm gonna attack with Jenny, right? So the gravity is gonna affect the lance unit, but not the dagger unit. So the two units that you can kill without triggering like reinforcements is this dagger unit and Eirika. So those two you can kill, and you won't trigger like any of the reinforcements that will pop up. So with that in mind, right? So you're able to kill the thief using the strategy. So it's basically exact, right? So now you're a little bit of a pickle. Now this brave Axna, right? He has wary fighter, and this is important later in the battle because you want to be able to defeat all of them before the reinforcements come. So you defeat most of them in one turn, then you have them attack because the reinforcements come after all the units finish their turn. So it's I guess some places they reinforce first and then the units come, but not so much here. So I'm gonna attack the lance flyer, but this is just to get savage blow damage on the knight to reduce its HP as much as possible. So I gotta dance Ike out of the range because it's the person who can hit him is the red cavalier, and I'm just gonna swap with Gwendolyn. Now it's very important that you attack first the lance fighter. Right, it's very important you do that first, and then you heal Ike. So this is the formation you want. Now the red cavalier can actually defeat Jenny in one fell swoop, but I guess the AI is coded to or programmed to attack the dancer first. Now this is where it's like, do not move Gwendolyn. You can't. This actually will ruin the whole. Well, I guess it won't. I guess you can figure it out. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for Eirika to go from here to here. So that's kind of like what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna wait a couple more turns. So there's a lot of stalling in this battle. I'm gonna be honest. So armor march is not on Gwendolyn, right? I could care less about her HP right now because she's gonna get hit by Glacies. Okay, now this is where it kind of gets a little bit long. So I'm just gonna dance again, Jenny. Now I'm gonna heal Gwendolyn to full, and I'm gonna put her at near Olivia so she can get the rest tactic boost. Now I had to move Olivia in order to have Jenny get some progress, right? So that's what's gonna happen. And Ike is just there. He's just gonna stand there, look pretty. I'm gonna show you actually. Look, it actually defeats Jenny, but I guess the AI wants values hitting the dancer first. So I don't really know why that happened. So just, and this is basic. You're literally just trying to get the savage blow damage around. Now I'm attacking the lance fighter first because I need to get damage on the axe knight, so I don't have to worry too much about will I kill it or not. So you can see that Gwendolyn's Ignis is procced, but honestly, all you need to be able to do is just do 1 damage. So that's basic. So this basically is just like a slugfest. You're basically going back and forth between healing and like trying to get damage done. So I'm basically almost very close to finishing what I had to do. So Eirika has 8 HP. This is actually perfect. So this is gonna work out. So this is gonna be the final turn where I just go all out. This is where Olivia comes in handy. Like Olivia, like in order to hit the red mage, I think you just need, like, mine is minus res. If you use a neutral one and it's just a 4-star, you just need a little bit more HP, I think. I was looking around at some clears, and a lot of them are similar in the sense that they kind of abuse the how the reinforcements come out, but you know, that's how these things are. Like, that's the whole point of it existing. So Eirika's gonna die, right? I'm gonna have Ike attack. I'm gonna have Gwendolyn attack. You don't actually need Gwendolyn, but you need to have a blue unit that can take those hits from the red cavalry. There was a very impressive one with a guy using Sully. That guy was pretty impressive. So Ike fortunately does at least, all he needed to do was 1. And then Radiant Ether is gonna proc. And that's all she wrote. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the explanation helped. Later days.